Hello, Gemini Rising. My name is Chloe. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to your astrology report, your tarot reading, and cosmic energy forecast for Sagittarius season. The deck I'm working with today is the Witch's Wisdom Tarot. This is a beautiful earth magic, witchcraft focused deck. Totally recommend. I'll leave a link for you. This one was very much asking to be yeah, to be included in this reading. So there is a lot going on astrologically. Of course, we have Pluto has just moved into Aquarius, so let me know if that's something that you would like me to do a separate video on. For me, the collective energy forecast I do will have information. The rising signs, of course, I try to tailor specifically to what that rising sign is experiencing. But I've only been doing these forecasts on YouTube since Taurus or Gemini season. So it's been like 6 months, and I'm happy to have the offerings, this free and informative, entertaining content that I put out. I'm really happy to have it evolve. So I always invite in your feedback and your suggestions as far as like what type of content you'd like to see from me or what type of videos you find the most interesting, because like at this point, I just talk about what I want to talk about, which I mean, of course, it's my channel, but yeah, I definitely love to hear from my viewers as well. That's a part of this, is I want it to be, yeah, very much, like a community. So for you, Gemini rising, it is your seventh house of partnerships that is activated during Sagittarius season. So connections are going to be important for you. This, of course, is not just romantic connections, but it can be like business partnerships, friendships as well. So I'm seeing through the cards that there's a lot of intellectual stimulation, which makes sense. We have Jupiter in Gemini right now, which of course is your first house, and then the opposition, Mercury in Sagittarius, Mercury in the Sun in Sagittarius, that's activating your seventh house. So for you right now, like the first house, the seventh house are definitely activated with that Jupiter Mercury channel, which is, very much your vibe, learning and knowledge and like sharing information and being curious and just, yeah, always on that path of growth and enlightenment when it comes to intellectual or mental realm stuff, right? There are, like, I should say, like, collectively, everyone is experiencing that channel, that opposition right now, but only you have it in your, like, the first house of identity and self, and the seventh house of the other, and partnership. So, um, yeah, communication relationships is going to be something that's coming up for you this month. Of course, Sagittarius holiday season, there's going to be like a lot more social situations, encounters there. But yeah, we want to take this as an opportunity for like growth, I would say, and healing, because Jupiter, of course, is mindset. And that axis of Gemini and Sagittarius is about learning and, incorporating other people's ideas and philosophies and being curious about it and like, studying and researching and just like the philosophy of it all, right? So we're all being invited to level up our beliefs and our mindset. But for you, this is like, something that's like natural for you because, of course, like you're a Gemini rising. So you have that intellectual piece, that curiosity about you, and you're an excellent communicator. So you will be activated, or you'll notice these themes coming up in the one-on-one connections, in the communication with your partner, or in communication with siblings, with friends, any type of one-on-one connection, right? I can see that some of it is going to take some work. There will be some effort required. But the outcome does look pretty positive as well. So thinking about like your first card, the seventh of water, and very much like the potential, the unlimited exponential potential of where your ideas can take you. Like, this energy, it is innate, it's very natural for you. So just being open. And of course, like you are to an extent. Again, that's natural for you, but just understanding like, okay, beliefs and mindset, that's what's going to be evolving this month. It's going to come up in one-on-one connections. So if we're having our beliefs questioned, like that can be activating as well too. So just like being open to the possibilities of like I might have my mind changed. I might be upgrading my mindset this month. So knowing that like these encounters that might seem triggering are there for your growth and evolution, right? So there is this like very exponential, unlimited, like sort of like imaginative quality of like you don't know where you're going to go next intellectually, but allowing that those conversations to happen, um, being open, making sure that you are allowing space for like the other person to speak as a Gemini. Um, Person, of course, one of your gifts is to inform and to provide information and share ideas. So there's the shadow there of like sometimes not necessarily active listening, right? If we know what we're going to say next, we're not necessarily like fully engaged in like listening to what the other person's saying. So um, for those beliefs and that mindset to evolve, that is an important invitation to consider is like actually listening to what the other person is saying, right? Um, I'll take this opportunity to let you know now there's two offerings I'm promoting at this point. I have a year ahead forecast, which is an astrological reading. We do a private session one-on-one on Zoom. It's based all on your own astrology. I might pull some tarot cards for further guidance as well. We work through all 12 sun signs. All 12 sun seasons. We work through all 13 moons, and I'll be able to guide and support you on, yeah, the energy that's coming in, the energy that's leaving, so you know like where and when to manifest and where and when to yeah, to release and heal. So it's a fairly deluxe and comprehensive year ahead forecast that makes it fairly unique compared to some of the other year ahead forecasts that are out there in the marketplace. I want to offer you the opportunity to sign up for that. And there's going to be, it makes a great gift as well too. So if you know someone who might resonate with this sort of thing or would be supported by a year ahead private astrology reading forecast, definitely get in touch if you want to do a gift card because it makes a great experiential gift. And then the other opportunity that I'm promoting right now is I'm going to be hosting a dark moon circle. It's called the Dark Garden. This is taking place in the evening on November 28th. I'll leave a link for you to sign up for that as well. And this is going to be yeah, very much like in sync with my favorite moon phase, the dark moon, which is all about, yeah, all about resting, releasing, healing, and being in that void, that sacred void, that unknown before the new moon energy and the accumulation and the manifestation and effort kicks in. This particular new moon or dark moon rather will be on Scorpio, a Scorpio dark moon. So I love that for like, we're just ending Scorpio season. We're moving into Sagittarius. We're going to be building, growing, Jupiter ruled. So one last opportunity for, yeah, for releasing and healing. If you would like to attend, I invite you to bring the intention, whatever you want to leave on the fire, whatever you want burnt up, not to move with you into Sagittarius. We're leaving it behind in 2024. It's not coming with us into 2025. And it's a very like private and confidential, sacred small group of people. So yeah, rest assured that you will be held in confidentiality. And I love to support people in that healing and that releasing. I think for you, especially Gemini rising, being that it's a small community event, is really going to be yeah, really going to be supportive for you as well. So other information I'm getting in the reading, I'll just let me show you the other cards here. I have the Craftsman of Air, which is the Knight of Air. So this is definitely a Gemini card. Going after the pursuit of your own ideas. Like you could, I love the interpretation here, how they're, they're studying, they're working. And then I have the Witch of Fire, which is the Queen of Wands or like the witch in this deck. So I love that for you as well. Yeah, so just like as far as, synthesizing the astrology and the cards, definitely want to think about, I don't want to say like, because there's so much like pursuit of knowledge here and like that flame, that ignition, that passion, like just, keeping it in balance with like allowing the other person to speak. And the air and the fire shows that there is a potential for growth and for progress, but being open to allowing it, right? um Neither of these cards like indicate that you're inflexible, and there's like so much potential with this. So I'm not suggesting that you are inflexible. It's just like, you might be really passionate about your ideas, or you might be really passionate about your beliefs, and like standing in them. So yes, like that integrity is amazing, we love that, but yeah, just understanding that this is the opportunity to, potentially yield a little bit when it comes to other people's, ideas coming in. And you're welcome to um do the research. I suggest if you're engaged in these conversations where you can like feel the activation, feel like maybe you're being triggered, someone else has different values, someone else has different beliefs, what's going on, to not just like go away and do the research. Definitely, you can do that, allow them to change your mind, but ask questions, like be in that conversation where it is that balance of giving and taking, and you're speaking and they're speaking, and you're listening and they're listening, right? Like you don't want to, it's not going to serve you your highest potential if you don't have balanced conversations this month, right? Like very much allowing them to listen, to share their perspective, to share their ideas as well too. That's going to be something that's really, really going to help to guide you where your soul is leading you this month. And then like fire and Sagittarius, like, yeah, so much passion, right? Like just, letting yourself be passionate. You're an amazing debater, but yeah, the point is to bring in the balance to those conversations. So trying not to let it get too heated, because like you could win any debate, like no one's questioning that, no one's denying that, but what's on the table for you and your soul's growth and reaching a higher potential, merging with your higher self, the invitation that's coming up this month is allowing in new beliefs and upgraded mindset, right? So trusting that you might be provoked in the conversations, but there's definitely going to be something there for you. And I mean, you might come away with like, okay, yeah, I heard them out. I'm not changing my mind. That's cool. Okay. You'll have another opportunity again next year. But just, yeah, no, seeing the opportunity for what it is, that it's not meant to provoke you. And if it does provoke you, it's yeah, just so you can take like a closer look. And as you have this give and take conversation, you'll be able to yeah, potentially support others in their expansion as well too, which is like something you're so naturally great at, right? So I hope that you found this helpful. I hope that it was supportive. If you have any comments or questions, I invite you to write them below, and I will see you as well in the collective energy forecast. Thank you, Gemini rising.